MR.BEAST is clearly the biggest thing to hit YouTube in a very long time. His unique editing style keeps people watching all the way through, which is crucial because watch time is what YouTube cares about. Today, we are going to take MR.BEAST's content and break it down so you can emulate some of his style and maybe be the next MR.BEAST. What's up guys, my name is Jack. Welcome back to another video. I produce weekly content based around video editing, videography, and how to make money making videos. Subscribe if that sounds interesting to you. Today we're doing a brand new series, or we're launching a brand new series, how to edit videos like MR.BEAST. The series is called How to Edit Videos Like, and today's episode is MR.BEAST. I'm gonna take a popular creator, I'm gonna watch a bunch of their content, and I'm gonna basically dissect a plan. I got a Google Doc sheet of my dissection of MR.BEAST's content of how to actually put it together yourself. And we're gonna split this series into 3 different categories for today's episode at least. I'll see how the categories progress, but we're gonna have an overview, then we've got production tricks, and then editing tricks, literal, straightforward, exact stuff you guys could do, sound effects, whatever the case may be, all the little tactics editing-wise that he uses. The thing that makes MR.BEAST content so 10 out of 10 enjoyable to watch, and the reason it's had such commercial success is because it's about the content in the video. The editing we'll get to in a second. Clearly, there's some editing that he does that's exclusive to him, or else this video wouldn't have made it to your feed, but MR.BEAST content is so intriguing because the actual topic of each video is super intriguing. So let that be the first thing on your note sheet, is content needs to be interesting. It needs to actually be intriguing. He is doing things that just the activity in the video is extremely interesting. But there's very key things he does with his editing which also keep you watching all the way through, and we're gonna break it down. The video starts right away. At the beginning of this video, you saw that I did that exclusive little MR.BEAST tactic where he has the text on the screen and everything like that. That is a key MR.BEAST thing, and it grabbed your attention and made it to the point that you're watching this point of the video, 2 minutes in or whatever, because I grabbed your attention straight away, and that's a standard MR.BEAST tactic. It boom, 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 it says the video and all of the text appears at the front. It's also fast-paced with jump cuts. So if you notice throughout the video, there's really not a dull second. They don't let stuff linger. If they do let it linger, it's for comedic effect, and it zooms in on the face and it's kind of awkward or whatever.
Chandler is in charge. What he says goes. Good luck.
Pacing-wise, it's a much more speedy video. There's cuts. Pretty much every single thing they're saying, it's cutting to a different or the next thing that they're gonna say. So it doesn't really give the audience any chance to get bored. Mood music, that's another big tactic that MR.BEAST uses, is obviously having music that is sort of paced around whatever is happening in the scene. If it's they start chasing one of the characters, all of a sudden you're gonna have some more action-paced music. All of a sudden something sad happens. You've got that standard, sad violin sort of track going. Basically, it's very much so maybe like a cartoon show or something like that. There is music changing quite rapidly, mood music, which brings you along and sort of convinces you of what's going on. Like I said, if there's something they want to have a high intensity action scene or something, they're going to have music that reflects that. And that kind of mood music helps bring you along and also passes time a little quicker. If you're just talking to the camera like me, you have to really want to watch this video to pay attention to me the whole way through. A MR.BEAST video, you can kind of forget you're even watching it because you're just being carried through this sort of silly little thing that they got going on, and they do it extremely well. Editing tricks, you've watched to here. I kind of finessed you a bit since it's how to edit videos like MR.BEAST, and I just talked about how to create structure-wise your videos like MR.BEAST, which actually is a huge part of the battle, and that's the reason I put that first. So let me take a sip of water and let's get to the actual editing tricks. So editing tricks, first off, the word on the screen trick, that is the most sort of staple MR.BEAST editing trick that you're gonna get. He starts the video and he announces what's gonna happen right away with text popping up on screen. It grabs your attention literally right away. That intro carries you straight into the video. Pretty much if you look at a MR.BEAST video, around 30 seconds, it's already started. You're already in it. I remember there's this one that I watched of some race or whatever. Boom, instantly it's announcing the video, and then by 30 seconds in, I think maybe even 20 seconds in, the actual video has commenced.
If you don't know, a marathon is 26 miles. And today, with no prior training, we're going to attempt it with the world's largest pair of shoes. You want to compare them? Wow.
Very quick start time, no time to get bored and click off or decide you don't want to sort of watch the video, even if you're not interested, that sort of segment at the beginning grabs your attention so aggressively. It's like, hey, come here, sit down, you're watching the video, I've got your attention. Subtitles. Essentially what he does to highlight key things that people say or whatever the case may be. It's not everything, but it's definitely sort of key bits that he wants to highlight. He'll throw black and white subtitles. It's just white text and a black drop shadow going around it. Sometimes he uses a stroke, sometimes it's a drop shadow. Drop shadow is the most continuous one I've seen. And the font that he uses is Obelix Pro font family. Obelix? I did a little research. They're saying that that's the font. Is definitely the font he uses in his thumbnails. Similar font he uses for his subtitles. So roll with that. I'll leave that downloadable in the description. The Obelix Pro font family. I'll leave it linked down below. Cartoon sound effects is the next huge thing that he does. And this adds to the kind of gamer community that sort of follow him and stuff, and it's sort of the gamer community, the meme community, and this is a very common style of editing in that community, right? Big in the gaming scene, etc., is these sort of cartoony sound effects. So you will definitely notice throughout the course of his entire show, every episode, there's loads of cartoony sound effects, stuff happens, and that is basically a tactic that he uses. He's got, some younger people in his audience for sure as well. That definitely plays in that being sort of like a at the forefront of the editing style that they sort of are used to. And overall, it is honestly a great way to keep people entertained, and that adds perfectly to his typical meme style editing, which goes hand in hand with the cartoon sound effects, where you'll see game references. 3, 2, 1. Various different video game characters or whatever the case may be, movie characters, all sorts of random stuff, or just typical memes from the internet, right, appear throughout his videos. Right? If you're an internet kid, memes are second language to you, more or less, and that's literally exactly what MR.BEAST is up to. He's an internet kid, just like me, myself, and the memes are sort of the comedy, basically. That's the style of comedy that his editing really is based around, is that sort of meme style stuff. A lot of SpongeBob, 3-minute, 30-second later type of stuff.
2,000 years later.
Overall, it's very fun editing, and it's not serious. It's not like they're not trying to be super professional or anything. It's just genuine entertainment, and overall, clearly, it's connected with the general audience on YouTube, because not only are tens of millions of people consuming his content on a weekly basis, you cared enough about him to watch through a video of how to emulate his style, and at the end of the day, you wouldn't have done that for somebody that was not as big as him. So clearly he's big. That's obviously not a debate. Thank you guys for tuning into the video. I want to throw it to you now and say, recommend me somebody to do next. Also, tell me if I did a good job. I think my style was to break down the overall how he does his videos, give you some production tricks, and then some actual editing tricks. And I think we did that pretty nicely. So, how to edit videos like MR.BEAST. One episode done. I want to do how to edit videos like who else? Who else should I do? You tell me. Tell me a person you want me to go watch their content. Break it down. Thank you guys for watching. Have a nice day. Peace to the out, and have a nice day. No, perfect. What's that? Sick, man. See you around 1 to 1:30. My boy Aaron hit me up saying he's excited to see me later. Peace.